All right, welcome to Volskaya Industries, where EnVyUs will either stand or fall in this best of 5. A loss here means they take second place in the group. Just like you mentioned earlier, Monte Cristo, they took second place in their group last season, still ended up winning the whole thing. But, you know, to lose at 0-3 to Meta Athena, a team out of Challenger Series, and as good as they've been, if you're EnVyUs, you still don't want to have that happen to you.
No, definitely not. Currently, Meta Athena, though, is on an 18 best-of-5 win streak, which goes back to Challenger Season 1. They were undefeated in Challenger Season 2, undefeated in their promotion, and so far undefeated in Apex. So, I mean, for a new team, this is pretty damn impressive.
This is the type of thing that really can only happen during the beginning of a new esport, right? You have this talent that just comes up out of nowhere as a team. Nobody saw it coming. You know, unless you watched Challenger last season, I suppose. But, you know, now they have really made a huge name for themselves in Apex. And if this team can stay together, they might have a pretty bright future. Looks like we might have Widow versus Widow again.
Yeah. And not a lot of good high ground control for Meta Athena, but that hasn't stopped them from winning. Just on the hook shot, going to take the jump shot, not going to find anybody through the window. Envy switching back to that soldier, so pretty conventional 2-2-2 composition from them so far. Side player playing very far forward.
Yeah, no kidding. Really aggressive spot for him to be on that Widowmaker, and he may pay for it. Got back into the hallway anyway, managing to push back Mickey. Not a lot of health left on that Diva suit. Gonna get to the big health pack. And that was a pretty exciting chain of events, but in the end, Internet Hulk, or rather Harry Hook, grabbing the kills. And EnVyUs with a pretty good start here on Volskaya. They may be in for a very fast point they take if they can finish off Saya player and Chris quickly.
Yeah, Hoon looks like he was playing a little bit too far forward. We didn't see it there, but initial kill onto him nearly immediately. Mickey just removes Saya player from the picture, not able to get those sight lines due to the defensive matrix in his face, and pushed off, and that's enough.
I think they made Taimu mad. You don't want to make Taimu mad in a game of Overwatch.
The question is, do they switch off the Widow now? Because Widow notoriously ineffective on point number 2, and yes, that's what they're going to do. I really don't like it when we see teams commit for too long on point number 2, and you have 7 minutes to work with here. That's plenty of time to build up several whole hogs.
Yeah, not to mention, I think you're just much more likely overall to get a pick with the Roadhog on point 2 than with the Widowmaker.
Saya player has switched over to the McCree, so a little bit of an ult reset here for Meta Athena as well as for EnVyUs. Mickey, same story on the Zarya now.
Taimu trying to chase down Libero. Actually, there was a boop onto Coco. Chris strikes again, and that's just going to be the reset from EnVyUs.
Yeah, Libero looks like he managed to boop Mickey off the edge there, and another boop coming in onto Taimu from the Lucio player. So Chris is... He has had just a ridiculous number of environmental kills this series. I don't know if I've ever seen a best of 5 with so many per map.
You haven't seen me play 5 games of solo queue, okay,
why. Fair enough.
Yeah, all right. Well, if we don't include those, I'm in agreement. EnVyUs coming in again. Harry Hook booped away.
He's always there.
Coco goes down very, very fast. Harry Hook, you got to imagine if he had been booped, he would have gotten the ultimate. They would have been able to put together a pretty good attack, but as is, they're pulling back, they're resetting again.
Wow, Internet Hulk going to go down at the end of side player. The baits are so good. So Hoon walks up, and they say, okay, well, Hoon got hooked right there. Let's pull him in, but Hoon still had the projectile barrier, and Chris is there just to take the threat, the damage threat off the high ground. Once he does that, somehow they turn it into their own kill, despite the fact that it was Envy who got the hook onto Hoon.
Yeah. Meta Athena just great at reacting so far, and here they come. EnVyUs trying to make a play. They're going to go ahead and charge the nano boosted Hoon right now. They hit him with the Earth Shatter. Harry Hook looking for some kills, trying to lay down the damage, but he's afraid to approach, and Saya player somehow gets 2 with the Deadeye. That's another reset. GG.
It's another reset. Meta Athena does have to use a ton of ults, 5, in order to hold that off. And if there's one thing that I think Envy should be taking from these matches against Meta Athena, is that Meta Athena does tend to overcommit to ultimate usage in some of these fights. And if I'm Envy, I'm thinking, hey, maybe we should start to make some dry pushes where we're not going to be using any ultimates at all, and then attempt to get to bait their ults out instead, and then take the next fight. I think that's where their heads have to be at right now if they want to get a good advantage.
Harry Hook back once again onto the Reaper. Trying to contest those heavy health tanks on the Meta Athena side of things. Hoon's just going to come over the top with a Graviton Surge. There's a follow-up, a lot of damage coming in. Changsa gets a kill on a Coco, and that's going to be another successful hold for Meta Athena. Hoon just with that Graviton Surge in the perfect spot.
And that's going to buy some time for the rest of his team to get those ultimates off. A lot of charge gained by Meta Athena with only the Graviton Surge up initially. EnVy's going to have to make some big plays right now. Harry Hook onto the Reaper. At least that's something that may be able to deal with the tanks coming in from Meta Athena.
That's the idea.
Hit by a Fire Strike right there, and then healed right back up. Burning down the shield.
Yeah, Mickey very close to his own ultimate now. EnVyUs with a little bit to work with. They can maybe set up something like a Graviton Hog if Mickey's able to get his up in time. Very close. They're going to use a Sound Barrier. They're going for it. This is the push EnVyUs wants to make work. Death Blossom comes in. 2 kills already from the whole Hog for Taimu. Good start. Saya player untouched on the McCree yet. Taimu gets the grab onto Hoon. Nice hook there. And now Nuss coming in. The death parade has begun, and Meta Athena needs to try to hold this with respawns.
Well, they're going to have a lot of ults soon, though. Here we go. Sound Barrier, self-destruct still available, so they could be able to hold this off.
Yeah, looks okay. Taimu, or rather Mickey, has a nano boost, still holding onto that Graviton Surge, waiting for more respawns to come in. There's the self-destruct. Not killing anybody. Mickey, though, nearly going down. He's very low. They finish him off. And EnVyUs gets just 1 tick on the control meter before they're taken care of.
Unfortunately, while Meta Athena lost that first fight, they were coming up on so many ultimates and so much AoE that they were able to push EnVyUs back off of that point. However, Envy's going to have another strong attack here. Nuss had to switch to the Genji, and he's going to reset his entire ult economy in doing so back on the Ana. So right now, Meta Athena still in a defensive position, even though they were able to hold. Envy just needs to poke a little bit more, get that sound barrier up, get the whole Hog and the Reaper ult available, and they'll be in good shape. Nice charge there from Coco.
That's one way to handle the Lucio. Graviton Surge going to be used by Meta Athena. Hoon gets a couple. That's going to be enough.
So many Graviton Surges, it is absolutely ridiculous. That was a great defensive follow-up. They saw the Reinhardt go in. Everybody trying to follow him gets sucked into the gravity well, and the kills picked up for Meta Athena.
Nobody knows I'm here.
A squatting fat man on your flank.
Crouching Taimu, hidden Roadhog. So be careful. Harry Hook's got the Death Blossom again.
I don't find him.
EnVyUs has a lot of ults to work with. Nearly the support ults too. Harry going deep with this one. Chris very low. Ooh, he nearly finished him off, but couldn't quite do it. Has to be careful here.
Side player picks up Taimu with the Pulse Bomb, so already a man down.
Yeah.
Envy's going to have to back off.
That's another reset. EnVyUs down to about a minute left. Going to be less than a minute when the next push comes.
Oh boy, it's going to be hard for them now.
Yes, it is.
Taimu on the Pharah. So big change right now. They see that the Tracer's out. They know that there is no long-range answer to this Pharah. So this is the last-ditch attempt. How many rockets can Taimu land? How much poke damage can he get down to be finished off by the rest of his team? And the big ultimates like Death Blossom that can really deal with this.
It's so hard to make fair work on this point. You're so exposed. Here comes Harry Hook, though. Sound Barrier used. He's going to try to chew through it with the Death Blossom. Has some protection from the Diva, but now he gets knocked down. Gets taken out. Libero drops that self-destruct to push EnVyUs back, and it's going to be another very definitive team fight for Meta Athena.
Saya player instantly switched to the Soldier 76 to help out against the Pharah. He was looking at the swaps coming in from Envy, made the decision, and now he's got 60% ult charge. But the response was so great. Have the Diva there. They know that the Death Loss is coming through, and this is one of the reasons why we do not see very much Reaper in competitive play right now. There are very many options to shut him down.
I mean, last chance. Taimu actually on the Genji right now. A champion he said he wanted to get better at. Saya player nearly there with the tac visor. Kills already coming in for Meta Athena. Nobody on the point to contest this one. There goes overtime, and EnVyUs going to just come away with 1 point on attack here on Volskaya.
That's going to be really rough. The initial take was so good, but in the end, Meta Athena holds for nearly 7 minutes on point B. And there are plenty of opportunities there, but as the match dragged on, you really saw Meta Athena be more conservative with their ult usage. Basically, the way they've been playing is that they nano boost the Zarya. Zarya gets Graviton Surge. Graviton Surge is used, and because Hood's placement and the team's follow-up is so good, they just use Graviton Surge, and then it is offset from the rest of the team's ultimates for the rest of the time. So it's like either Hoon is just manhandling you with Graviton Surge, or the rest of Meta Athena have all of their ults up to use when EnVyUs attacks. And that's a very interesting way to play Overwatch, is by offsetting one player's ultimate on these defensive sides, but it's been working out for Meta Athena so far.
Yeah. Hoon just so good at charging that ultimate on his own, too. I mean, when he's got the nano boost, it helps, but this guy just doesn't seem to miss a right click, always has the shields on the right people. And they call him Hoon Ults again here in Korea.
The Hoon Goons have been on point tonight. So, Envy, they can full hold here and win. They can tie. We can go to a control point if Meta Athena does not take point B.
Yep.
Meta Athena now looking as, are we going to see Saya player play that Hanzo, typically the domain of Libero?
I'd be a bit surprised. Libero on the Pharah, though. That's something we've certainly seen from him in the past. But you'd have to imagine the Saya player is probably going to go on something like the Tracer again. You can? Sure? Okay, all right. That makes a bit more sense. Soldier 76, Tracer, something other than the Hanzo.
I don't think I would play Pharah on this point if I was Libero. You have to assume that there's going to be a Soldier and an Ana on the defense, which makes it a lot more challenging.
Yeah, then again, if you've got a Mercy pocket healing you, and if you can knock people off the high ground, it'll certainly work.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise around the side here. He gets over. Nobody in his line of sight.
Had to make sure. There we go.
Can he get an E in there? No.
He nearly did. He had an opportunity, but
I'm surprised he didn't just try and knock them off the high ground immediately.
Same here. I thought that was the whole point of this Pharah, but didn't work out. Mickey able to defend Taimu a little bit there. You can still use it. But Coco going to jump down anyway. Internet Hawk very low. Now he's dead. Libero making waves with this Pharah already. Got both supports. I mean, we've seen Libero be great on this Pharah in the past. He's got 3 kills already. EnVyUs completely routed. There's the hook. Taimu finally gets a bit of revenge, but they've lost so many people. Coco with the charge, but, or no, Changsik rather, with the charge kill onto Coco. Taimu, the last man standing.
Not going to last long against a damage boosted Soldier.
Nope.
Changsik with the positioning there. And Changsik been coming up big on the positioning. I've been less keen on Changshik's Earth Shatters this series. He's missed a couple big ones, and I think he's been too eager to pull the trigger at times. But his positioning with the shield has been very good. And again, we see that able to be cleaned up, and nearly the same amount of time, about 10 seconds left for Meta Athena, but this is going to be a very difficult hold here for Envy. They will not be changing their heroes, and neither will Meta Athena. They're coming up on 6 ults, though. This is really scary. Meta Athena might just instantly win this.
It's certainly possible.
Envy needs to get a pick. Like, Harry or Taimu have to come up real big right now.
We're on the side. Libero's got the barrage. He's ready to go. Harry Hook getting pooped way far away, but not off the edge of the map like he wanted. Chipsian has his back turned to the Pharah. That's not a great situation. Libero very low, going to use a barrage, but Taimu kills him with the whole hog. They're going to survive this attack, it looks like. It's been pretty even, but EnVyUs should have the respawns.
I don't know. That res was used from Chris.
Yeah, the res came in. Forgot about that res. Self-destruct for Meta Athena as Mickey just tries to delay. They've started building the control percent, but now Taimu back again on the Winston. Saya player's still there.
Great charge.
There's a charge. Changsik takes him out, and Harry Hook getting a huge amount of kills though with this tack visor. There's the defense that they were looking for.
That was
close call,
incredibly close for Envy. They didn't end up getting a single point, actually, as Meta Athena starts switching up.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? Is at the end of the day, Meta Athena not getting a single tick on that control meter, and EnVyUs in a situation where they can get a little bit more stable of a defense going now.
I like Chris switching to the Zenyatta. He sees the Winston coming in and realizes, hey, they're going to be playing with a lot of very forward-facing tanks. We can chunk them out here. Saya player on that Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice benefits with the Zenyatta on point here, too. Obviously, the Discord Orb is great. You can cover your diving heroes a little bit better, too, with the Harmony Orb. And you can handle the respawns with this card a lot easier as well. Not to mention you build your ult a lot faster than Lucio, too.
Changsik looking for a chance to Earth Shatter now.
Ooh, that is dangerous. He's going to go for the charge as he gets a bit low. Getting some health back now. Hit with his own, or with his opponent's Earth Shatter there. As Meta Athena just tries to grind through this point. Coco very low. Hoon has the nano boost, but not really finding a time to use it. Yeah, this attack you know, perhaps one of the more scattered attacks we've seen from Meta Athena didn't look that great. And it doesn't look like they're going to get to turn it into anything.
Finisher there as Hood finds himself alone on the flank, nearly making his way back up to the Graviton Surge with the help of the Nano Boost, but not there just yet. Chipsine had to use his onto Harry Hook, though, as part of that defense. Tac Visor up now, and they need to get that self-destruct out from Mickey before they can really commit to a kill on this point. He'll just be bouncing his way across the landscape.
Yep, giving himself a little bit of shield damage to get healed back up for a bit more ult charge. Chris getting pretty close to that Transcendence now.
Unfortunately, you can't get ult charge from self-damage. Otherwise,
no. I'm saying that he gets healed and his allies get ult charge on their healing.
Yeah, you can't do that, otherwise people would just kill themselves all the time.
Anyway, Science, it's a kill on Nahoon. This Transcendence is a little bit late, though. If they won the fight enough, they're getting a lot of control percent built up here. Saya player with the Tac Visor. He's going to get knocked out by Taimu. Maybe they can turn this one around. Mickey had the Nano Boost, but he did not last very long to use it. Libero finally gets a kill with the left hook. And Meta Athena still sitting on the point right now, less than one tick away from winning this best of 5. They're so close. Chonksik finally gets a kill on Nakoko, and that may be it. Internet Hulk, the only one left. Now Chips comes back in, but he's only the Ana. He can't do it by himself. And that may be about it. Chips stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would, actually. And now the Diva comes back in, the Winston comes back in. There's the self-destruct, but it's not enough. And Meta Athena will 3-0 EnVyUs.
So impressive. The self-destruct just not coming out on the end of that push. They needed that in order to defend. And so now we see, wow, I can't believe it. Envy is going to go down into second place in this group. And against all odds, Meta Athena has completed a 19-match best-of-5 win streak that continues into the quarterfinals.
What an insane run for these guys, and just what a story to come out of Challenger, just dominate the Challenger League. Now they're dominating the main league. Who's going to stop these guys?
Impressive to say the least. Envy definitely shakier time this season in this particular meta, but Meta Athena, they came in playing 4 tank. Okay, that looked like it was a bit old hat, but then they changed things up in this series. They start to diversify their strategies, and damn, they look good.